Well, hello everyone. It's me, Dr. Naita. And oh my goodness, it's so good to see you. And for those of you who were here last night, thank you. Thank you for coming back tonight. I tell you, I have a great show lined up. Yes, I do. I have it. She is back. Yes, yes, yes. She is back. None other than the boss lady herself. So look, if you're interested in starting your own business, if you're looking for multiple streams of income, if you just need that extra incentive, that push, that motivation, I tell you, I have the right person here today. So look, share this link, grab paper, grab a pen or pencil so that you can take notes because Dr. Linda Woodard is here with us tonight. So come on back. All right. Woo! Okay, let's get started. So look, without further ado, I'm going to bring her in, none other than Dr. Linda Woodard. Woo!
Hello, hello.
How are you?
I am blessed and highly favored.
That is wonderful, wonderful. It's so good to see you.
You too, you too.
Thank you. So look, last time you were here, we talked about so many wonderful things. We talked about, well, first of all, we talked about who you were and what motivates you. So, for those who weren't with us before and who are not familiar with who you are, will you please introduce yourself and tell us just a
Absolutely.
little bit about you?
Absolutely. My name is Linda Woodard, and I am originally from Cleveland, Ohio, now transplanted to Jacksonville, Florida. I'm sort of like a bent arrow, I call myself, because I've started out in one area and moved to another area. I actually started out in engineering as an engineer and then moved into technical writing, then moved into pre-collegiate program management for a pre-collegiate program. Then I went into raising money for historically Black colleges, working as a director for UNCF. And then I ended up in workforce development on the community college side and has been an administrator in that area for a long time, which is
Okay.
what brought me to Jacksonville.
Okay.
And so here I am, still doing a form of that, but working full time in my own business called the LDW Group LLC. And that has been full time since 2017. I'm out here gigging it on my own
Yeah.
and having a great time.
That is awesome. Awesome. So, look, I know you have a passion for what you do. You have a passion for helping people
Mhm,
start
mhm.
their own businesses,
Yeah.
fulfill their own dreams, but you have a special endearment for women. Women
Mhm.
who want to start their business. So I'm hoping
Right,
tonight that's who we can target and that's who
right,
we can talk to tonight.
right, right.
So
Beautiful thing.
yes, well, the door is open. You can take the conversation in whatever direction you want. But I do
Okay.
want to say this, I have my book. Yes, I
Thank you
do.
so
Wait a minute, let me
much.
in the camera.
That is a professional development series called Elevate, and
Yes.
it's something that I put together. I've been doing professional development for um, managers, for job seekers, for older youth for many, many years, and I decided to put the package together, and now it's available on Amazon.com, and you can get that if you are interested in workshops. You can contact me to deliver the workshops with that.
Awesome.
But the whole thing about women,
Yes.
and this is the year of the woman, as I can see it, just from our new president who's come in, who's doing some phenomenal things with bringing women to the forefront in all aspects of the cabinet. It is that way for us too. And I want to start out by saying that it's never too late to
It's
start
never too
in
late to
business.
start. I'm going to make
Um,
that.
right, right. It's never too late to start.
Okay.
It's never too young to start. And being in higher education for a long time, I always had the side business on the side doing training. and bringing in some multiple streams. That we talked about this last time about, that's how I was able to get my granite countertops in my Cleveland house and some of that stuff with some of the extra stream of incomes that were coming in. But now I'm doing it full time with multiple contracts coming in. The reason why I say it's so important for you not to think that it's too late to get started. I'm 61 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually started full time in my business in my late 50s. And so I feel like the world is just opening up at my age right now. So don't ever think that it's too late to start, because it's not.
All right.
So that's one of the things I want to tell people. That some people think, well, I'm too old to start a business, or, nobody's going to want to work. That's not true.
Yes.
So never think it's too old to get started,
Very
because
good.
then the women who are in this game now, we're helping the ones behind us, like my daughter, who's a young entrepreneur who has her own business
Yes.
called Apollo's Paw, and
Oh,
she makes product for her dog's paws. And a lot of people buy this stuff for some reason. I told her, don't give it away, sell it. So
mhm.
she sells it.
That's
But that's one of the main things I want to start out with is don't let age be a deterrent
okay.
from starting a business.
Very good. Very. And then you said, but it's never too early either. So you're
Yes, no,
saying
too
that our
early.
young ladies that are still in high school, or even all the way down into middle school,
Oh
can
yeah,
elementary can start if they have an idea. Correct.
absolutely. And that's the encouraging part. When I think we talked the last time I was on about, if you make cookies,
Mm-hmm.
don't, and you give those cookies away, and they taste pretty good. Ask yourself, will somebody buy this cookie for maybe a nickel?
Mm-hmm.
And if they do, if you make 1,000 cookies and you sell them for a nickel, then you got a good cookie business going on. So,
Yeah.
as our young women, when they start thinking about things, we need to nurture those ideas and show them how they can turn that idea into a penny that multiplies into something that they can grow and invest and reinvest in their business. So it's never too young,
Yes.
never too early, and never too late.
Awesome. Awesome. Very good. So that's your first point for women tonight.
Mhm.
What would be something else that you'd like to share with women?
To get out of the fear, let the
Mhm.
fear go.
Let it go.
Um, Nothing beats um a success, but maybe a try, but a failure, however that goes. But we
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be afraid to try.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to learn how to just step out on faith
Mm-hmm.
and release myself from fear and give it all over and let the Lord worry about that kind of stuff and let me use my skill set
Mm-hmm.
to be able to do the business. So let go of the fear. Women without fear. And I don't want to steal the tagline of another lady who had a real estate investing program, but her program was about women without fear.
Okay.
And it was so inspiring, which really helped me to move into another line of business called real estate investing. That's my new line of business. But
Okay.
let go of fear. The last time we talked, I was getting ready to start that business. Now the business has started, and I'm starting to look at wholesaling as a strategy right now, and then ultimately to buy and hold properties for cash flow. So let go of fear.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let that be a stop on you getting moving forward.
Yes.
Just let go of fear.
Let it go.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Let it go. So even though, okay, so I know that it's not too late and I'm gonna let go of the fear, but aren't there some basic strategies and skill sets that I need to have so that I can be not only successful in business, but I can sustain and move
Mhm.
forward?
Yes, I would say that an inherent skill set should be your ability not to be afraid to talk with people and to
Mm-hmm.
build relationships, because a lot of success in business, especially for women, is relying on others to help us get through. And you
Mm-hmm.
can't do that without um, wanting to connect with people.
Mm-hmm.
You can have all the money in the world. You can have, you know, those kinds of things, which is important. Finance is important. But if you do not have the kind of personality that will allow you to reach out to ask for help, a lot of things that I've done in my career, both on the corporate side and on now on the entrepreneurial side, is because of relationships
Mm-hmm.
and building relationships and letting people know that you're trustworthy and that you can be worked with. So connecting with others and not being afraid to
Mm-hmm.
ask people for help.
Right.
You know,
Right.
that's one
Speak them out.
you get rid of a lot of lost time
Mm-hmm.
when you go to somebody who's done what you're trying to do and they've
Mm-hmm.
been successful. So seeking out others who are successful in the area that you're trying to be is another key point, because you can learn a lot from somebody who's been successful. It's like, you know how they tell you, like you play golf or you play tennis,
Mm-hmm.
and they tell you to play with people who are better than you
Mm-hmm.
so that your game can get better.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need to do. That helps us to get jump started quicker. So connecting with others is really important.
Absolutely. So then, yes, last night I did a show and we were talking specifically to college students. So
Hmm.
we have all these college students who are home for Christmas break right now, or they have just graduated. And shout out to all the 2020 graduates who persevered, okay?
Yes,
After
during the
the
time.
world has been turned
Absolutely.
upside down on them, they persevered
Absolutely.
and they graduated.
Right.
So, yes, you held full time positions. You were administrators and VPs and so on, but yet you always held something on the side. How
Right.
important is that? And is that something that even recent college graduates should even be looking at and considering?
Absolutely. First of all, we as African American, in this case, women or Black women, depending on your age range. I like to be called a Black woman, but it doesn't matter. Woman of color.
I'm a
Usually, we have not been told that it's okay to have a full time job and a side gig. They do
mm,
it all the time.
mm-hmm.
Okay. And even when you feel that you need to work, because healthcare is important,
Yes.
and those kind of the benefits are important. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't have a strategy to get it when you're a full-time entrepreneur, you need that job. But
Yeah.
at the same token, you should not just forego the fact that you can still be an entrepreneur part-time.
Yes.
That's how I
Yes.
started out. I started out part-time. You take those skill sets that you do in your corporate world. Like if you're a great trainer, go get some credentials in training.
Mm-hmm.
Get you some industry recognized credentials to
Mm-hmm.
be able to then
Good.
market yourself,
Mm-hmm.
to a company who might need to contract and get a consultant who's a trainer. So, and then, like I said, that connecting with others while you're working on your full-time job, you are networking every day because you're not going to be at that job forever. Every job is a temporary assignment these days. So
Yeah.
you need to be thinking about what can you do on the side. So when I talk about industry recognized credentials, that's real key for women entrepreneurs. That if you Let's go back to making cookies.
Okay.
Okay. So if you are a great cook, there are credentials that you can get in cooking.
Okay.
Go on Google it out, because
Mm-hmm.
having a certification, I'm not talking about a certificate. I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about an industry recognized certification credential
Yeah.
is what other people recognize to make your business legit.
Mm-hmm.
And I say I have a doctorate in community college leadership because I was going down that path to be a president in a community college. So
Mm-hmm.
now I'm working in workforce development. I didn't get hired because of my doctorate in community college leadership. I got hired because of some of that alphabet soup that's workforce development and career development and training and disassessments and those kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
So I would encourage young women,
Mm-hmm.
middle-aged women, women who are more mature like me, to fill your bailiwick up
Mm-hmm.
with professional development.
Okay.
Get industry rec. Don't waste your money on just programs. If you, especially if you're an entrepreneur, time is money, and you cannot waste your money on things that don't bring you money.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be strategic on where you spend every dime. And
Right.
so industry recognized credentials is very important, and professional development is another real critical piece. When you're working, we talked about Dr. Naida, you spoke specifically about young women
Mm-hmm.
who may be working right now. Well,
Yeah.
companies oftentimes will pay for some professional development. Pick the professional development that leads you to a marketable, portable, industry recognized credential. Just don't go take the certificate program for Tiddlywinks or Microsoft. Go get the Microsoft program that leads to the Microsoft
So,
certificate, which is a
okay.
certification, which
Right.
then you could take somewhere else.
Right.
So it's really important that um, that professional development is a key
Mm-hmm.
in being an entrepreneur, a woman entrepreneur. I don't care at what level that you're at. I do professional development every month,
Mm-hmm.
and I do it across different categories. So
Okay.
I'll do something in IT, and I work with a young lady by the name of Vin. I can never say Vin's last name properly, so Vin, forgive me, Vinzana. She has a company called Training on Wheels.
Oh.
And if you want any kind of expertise in anything that is Microsoft, you want a certification to be an online trainer, she has that program. And she helps me
Mm-hmm.
develop myself with my Zoom and my Microsoft Teams meetings that I have. So professional development is key.
And it's called Training on Wheels. Okay.
Trainingonwheels.com. And she
Okay.
is phenomenal. So I do a lot of professional development with her.
Okay, very good, very good. Thanks for sharing that. You know, and it's the little things. I know that my daughter loves gymnastics. She was a gymnast. She ended up with an injury, and
Mm.
is that's not you? So that's we have. Let's see. Okay, um, but she loves gymnastics, so
Uh-huh.
she enjoys coaching. So I'm like, there are different certifications,
Absolutely.
national certifications that you can get.
Absolutely.
So during the summer, she took a couple quizzes, and she did the first aid and all of that certifications. And I mean, it turned into dollars per hour. She can walk
Absolutely.
into a gym now and say, look, I can coach. Here are my national certifications.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
if she wants to, she can do things on the side, but we'd have to hold insurance and stuff. So she just does it all at the gym.
Uh-huh.
So yes, I completely agree that,
Absolutely.
the professional development, but I like what you said about it really needs to be an industry recognized program so that you can get an
Right.
industry recognized certifications.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It will take you a long way. Like I told there's some students who are coming out of nursing. My daughter is an RN, but she also has her own business. And she jumped off and became a travel nurse. So she's doing travel nursing.
Mm-hmm.
So just having um an American Sign Language certification,
Mm-hmm.
having the ability to have conversational Spanish
Mm-hmm.
gives you extra money
Yes, it does.
when you go and do your contract. It's those little things that help you to make a significant amount more income. So I applaud your daughter for going and getting those certifications, because it doesn't mean that she doesn't know what she's doing without them, but it
Right.
makes her credible. It
Right.
makes her more legit, and it also allows her to demand the money,
Yes.
because
That,
it says that she went through a standardized situation that everybody in the world who wants that credential would
mhm.
have to go through, and she mastered the core competencies to get it. Oh
Absolutely.
yeah.
Very good. So, what do you think are some of the biggest things that hold women back aside of the fear? But what else would hold women back from moving forward in their pursuit of their business, and how do they get past those obstacles?
Well, I applaud you for what you're doing in terms of programs like this. Help others to see that there are people out there doing this. Networking and being around like-minded people is really, really important. As I said, I started. I have a new company called Alexander REI Solutions LLC.
Mm-hmm.
It is my real estate investing side that I am doing because I am coupled with a partner hereby in Jacksonville. Her name is Yvette Sally. She's a wonderful Christian woman, and we're doing some stuff together here in North Jacksonville. But I also have a wonderful group of boss ladies who are down in South Florida, the Money Magnets.
Oh,
And I don't want to say all their names because I'm forget everybody's name, but Desiree and Monica and Sarah and Lucy and Yvonne and all of us, we're together. Now,
uh-huh.
what helps us is being connected through these Facebook groups.
Okay.
Just about anything that a person wants to do, there's a Facebook community out there.
Yeah.
And you can find a like-minded group
Mm.
that will support you and help you. That's what I found in real estate investing. I didn't know nothing about real estate investing, and I'm in with a 3 or 4 different Facebook groups who are all nurturing and supportive and willing to help if you want to ask questions. So I say, look for those communities of support out there,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can begin to develop some more closer relationships with members in those groups. So I say, not only step out on fear, but know that there are groups out there. You're not the first person that's doing this. Know that.
Right.
So we're not the first people out here being a woman entrepreneur.
That's right.
But I bet you if you went on Facebook and Googled the groups, you find somebody that's doing something that you're doing. Like, say, for instance, you like to paint butterflies. I bet you it's a group out there of butterfly painters in
Yes.
Facebook who wouldn't mind. I'll give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
I have a total gym in my house
Okay.
and I exercise every day. So
Mm-hmm.
there is a total gym addicts group on Facebook. And this group, then we encourage each other to get on this stupid piece of equipment and,
And
and
sweat. And
make
sweat.
our perms sweat out, right? But who would have thought that there would have been a
Right.
total gym Facebook group? So look for communities of support. That's really important. And that helps you, even if you're by yourself, you'll find people who are like-minded who will
Mm-hmm.
support you. Remember, you're not the first and
Right.
you won't be the last.
That's
And
good.
to know that there are others out there who would be willing to help you move forward.
I love that. I need to update that banner. So especially when you said you're not the first.
You're not the first, and you surely won't be the last. But in that time, you can not only learn from others, but you're going to deposit some of your own knowledge into
Yes.
somebody else. And so that's
Yes.
why it's so important for you to connect.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it. I know when I was going through my PhD program and I was in a group, a study group,
Uh-huh.
and with single people.
Okay.
And here I was, a mother working full time, part time. I have my stepsons. They were all in college playing football nonetheless. So every weekend we were on the road,
Right. Oh,
And
I bet that was
and
hard.
then I'm with these single guys who are blowing through the capstones and the milestones towards the PhD. And I'm
Right.
sitting there like, I can't even get off, get my proposal approved. So I took to Facebook and
Mm.
I started a I think it was something like the doctoral divas or something like
Oh,
that.
okay.
And
Cool.
it was about 6 of us, and we were at different stages of the
Right.
PhD process, and we encouraged each other.
Yeah.
We
It
encouraged
really
each other.
helps.
Yes, and we
That's outstanding.
celebrated each other. We
There you
celebrated each
go.
other's milestones, and it was what I needed at that time.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely excellent.
agree. I completely agree that, that communities of support, that is so,
Yeah,
so
communities
important.
of support.
So it's the holidays. Do you have anything special planned?
Yes, my loving daughter, Jennifer Alexandria Woodard, bless her heart, she
Bless her.
decides, she came home from one of her nursing gigs, um, right around Thanksgiving time, and she decides that she's going to decorate the house in Cleveland.
Okay.
Mommy, you got to come home for Cleveland. I decorated the house. Well, I'm leaving Florida to go to Cleveland to
Ooh,
have Christmas,
yes.
and then I'm coming back. But yeah, I this is a very solemn year for us. We've lost some relatives due to COVID, and and my mom is living in Cleveland. We lost my dad last year, so we were going to move my mom. We're keeping her in Cleveland because of COVID. But because of that, we have to do drive-bys with her. And she's 86 years old, and I thank God she's still very healthy. She drives.
Mhm.
She goes to Dollar General, which is why we give her Dollar General gift cards all the time. But that's what I plan to do for the holiday, and then come back with the grind.
Mhm.
The Lord has blessed me with some extra, with some more contracts.
Oh,
And I'm actually,
wonderful.
yeah, I got
Yay.
some more contracts, and that it's nothing but God. That's all I can say. And so I am getting ready. If I get this other one that I'm trying to get, and I won't lay it all out, but
Mhm.
it will allow me for the first time to hire a 1099, to
Oh,
work for me
very
part time,
good.
do
Very
some stuff. So
good.
as you grow, and you
Mhm.
let the Lord lead you, your
Yeah.
business will expand. And don't be
Yeah.
afraid. First, I was kind of scared. I said, "Oh Lord, what am I supposed to do having somebody work for me?" But when you look at your org chart, and it's you at the top,
Mhm.
and the two people underneath you is me and me, and then the three people underneath them is me, me,
Me.
and me.
Uh-huh.
You can't be me and be everything. So
Right.
you have to look at how to design your business so
Mhm.
that you can delegate.
Yes.
And so you have to design your business like a system so that it can work, and you are more like the visionary. And that's kind of where I am now, is envisioning some different things in different areas, and I have some capable people that I can call on and step in and do some stuff on my behalf the way I would do it for a customer. That's very important. When you start expanding, you got to get like-minded people who not not necessarily think like you, but
Mhm.
think like you, so that you
Yes.
can make sure that you're delivering quality service to your clients.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, right here, we're going to take a little commercial break.
Okay.
And I want to, let's see if I can do this. We are going to celebrate former student of mine and family friend. He and my son are, one of my sons are the best of friends.
Okay.
And they were in each other's weddings, that kind of friendship.
Okay.
So Mike is going to be with us, from here on out. So
Okay.
yeah, and I've known him
Excellent.
since he was like in the ninth grade. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So shout out
Wonderful.
to Mike Harris and Bold City Lawn Services.
Oh,
So
excellent.
we, believe it or not, it's already been a half hour.
It's
already.
always so much
Already.
fun when I'm here with you. I'm just so impressed by you, Dr. Naida. You are the bomb.com, always have been. I only knew you from the college side, and then you're doing all this other great stuff. And I tell you, you are a jewel in the city of Jacksonville, in this area. And we're just blessed to have you to be able to share with others, what other folks are doing in the area. But I want to give a shout out to Dr. Naida. She is the bomb.com.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. So, do you have any final words or remarks for the women, as we end out a very oh, I don't even know what word to use for 2020, but a very interesting, I don't want to say traumatic, but it has been for some. So just
Yeah,
and a very interesting 2020
yeah.
and going into 2021. Any words of encouragement for our women?
Yes, I would say that if you're ending 2020 with breath in your body
Hmm.
and a right mind,
Yes.
know that this is a beginning. This is not the end. And I don't want to put light to what people have gone through because we've all experienced some things, but just know that you have in yourself an uncapped well that is ready to spring up with ideas. Don't keep a cap on that well.
Yes.
Talk to somebody. Reach out to somebody who may be a little bit more mature than you to talk these things through, because your ideas can ultimately blossom into something so spectacular. And if
Yes.
you keep it inside and don't talk to someone about it, you'll never know what
Yes.
your potential may bring for you. So I say, let's look to 2021
Yes.
with a new mindset and
Yes.
know that women can do anything. And that is from the babies to the ladies.
Very good. Thank you. Well, I see on Facebook that Dr. Sabrina Edwards is
Ah, hey,
saying
Sabrina.
hello, 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 hello,
She's
Sabrina.
the
We miss you.
mom.com too.
Yes, she is. Phenomenal woman in Tallahassee now. So,
Right.
shout out to Sabrina. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
All
you.
right. Well, I appreciate you again, Dr. Linda. Thank you so
Peace.
much. Merry Christmas to
You
you.
too.
You have a one safe holiday and safe
I
travel.
will. And you
And
do the same?
enjoy your mom. Love on your
Yeah,
mama for those few minutes that you can see her.
I
Love
will.
on her. All
I
right. You
will.
take
Take
care,
care.
Dr. Linda. Take
Okay, God
care.